The Chicago Bulls play another game, and they get another loss. We're going to talk about that loss and Rob Dillingham showing out for the Chicago Bulls and just how many more wins will the Chicago Bulls get the rest of the season. We're talking about all that and more on today's Locked On Bulls.
You are Locked On Bulls, your daily Chicago Bulls podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Thank you for tuning in to Locked On Bulls, member of the Locked On Podcast Network, where it's your team every single day. That's Pat, the designer, host, and creator of the Windy City Breeze, and host of the Chicago Bears podcast over at ESPN 1000. I'm Haize, host, creator of Chicago Bulls Central and Chicago Bears Central YouTube pages and podcasts. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. The winter games are on, and there's no better way to follow them than with a bet on FanDuel. FanDuel, play your game. Pat, how about the Bulls playing their game? The Bulls suck, bro. Like, This is a offense to the game of basketball is what that is, bro. Like it's not even just tanking at this point. Like it's so bad a brand of basketball, bro, that like if my youngest son was like, oh, I want to watch some basketball games to kind of see what the pros are doing. Don't watch the Bulls right now. Don't watch nothing with this Bulls team right now. How do you feel about the last night's game and Rob Dillingham, who led the Chicago Bulls in scoring with only 17 points?
It's tough, right? Because I want to have strong feelings about, of course, the one name is Modest, right? That's the one that you want to have strong feelings about, but you want to have strong feelings about all these players. But this is not how basketball works. You can't just put dudes in a room and say, go hoop. Like, I shouldn't say that. That's not how NBA basketball works. Technically, that legitimately is how basketball works. You put dudes in a room, put a couple of hoops up. Eventually, one of them is going to go, I'm trying to get a 5-0.
Yeah.
That's legitimately how we play. But you can't go out there and expect the world from this team. You can't even expect them to be competent. I saw Casey Johnson tweet out, the Bulls have 19 assists on 36 made buckets tonight. Clearly a reflection of how little these guys have played together. No, clearly a reflection of you can't have 9 point guards on a team and think you're going to be able to evaluate that team. You literally had a team that had a mismatch at every position last night. I've never seen that. Like, I'm not just talking about talent. I'm talking about size, weight, defensive ability, offensive ability. Like, the entire like, it was. I have seen that. I've seen too much of that. But the bottom line for me is last night is very indicative of what the rest of this season is going to be. You're going to have one player that maybe shows you something, but that we're all going to have a ton of questions on because you're going to go, well, but what would he look like if that was actually a small forward standing next to him, or if that was actually a shooting guard standing next to him? So, like, I saw the Rob Dillingham situation. It's hard for me to have a high level take on it or a hard line take, I guess I should say, because you put together a bunch of guys that don't fit and said, go win an NBA game. That's just not how it works.
It's and that's why I said like, and this is why I've always fought back against people who said things like, hey, you gotta, we need to get rid of Vooch so Modest can take 22 shots. It's like, that's not how you necessarily develop. Like, yeah, there's something to that to a degree, but I think you still have to have some form of structure around players for them to develop correctly. Rob Dillingham had a big game today. I don't think he did crap for a shred of development for him at all, or anybody else on the team, because it's not actual basketball. There's never a successful team that's going to play any type of brand of basketball that we played. So yeah, he got up some shots, but that's no different. He could have walked up to any Y and got the same shots up and would have gotten the same experience that he got from playing for the Chicago Bulls last night. I don't think any development's being done. Maybe that's just me, Pat.
Nah, I'll say this, right? I think it's good to see Rob Dillingham attacking the bucket. He got to the rim for a couple of free throws. He ended up shooting 4 for 5. I thought he shot a good efficiency from the field, right? I'm not going to hate on what he did last night. You know, I think that he played well. The problem is, I don't know if that's how he plays when there's another scorer or another person trying to get to the bucket on the floor, because it kind of felt like, it's Rob's night. Like, this is the night for you to go out there and get your shots up. Like, it feels like, and this is how it's been since it's got here, right? First couple of nights, it was like, yo, Ivy, do what you do. Sexton showed up. Yo, Sexton, do what you do. Dillingham shows up. Yo, Dillingham, do what you do. You know, it feels like they're going through and rotating through who gets the shots on what given night. I mean, Anthony Simons last night took 9 shots. I haven't seen Anthony Simons only take 9 shots in a Bulls jersey yet.
No, that was definitely a weird part of it that he didn't, like, we've seen Anthony Simons be very much himself. That was not it last night.
It wasn't. And so I don't know if that's coaching getting in the way. I don't know if that is, you know, just him going, well, I got to let other guys get comfortable on the team. But bottom line, if your goal in all of this was to evaluate, you have failed that goal. If your goal is just to lose as many games as possible and to go out there and, you know, just get the best player available to you, get the best player possible, you can achieve that goal.
Yeah, for sure.
Attainable.
Yeah, you're achieving. Oh, that's the one time AK would be succeeding in his goal if that's what he's trying to do.
Like and that's kind of bottom line with it. Like, if that's your goal, you're gonna be fine. And you're just saying whatever players are here are the players that are here, but we're trying to lose as many games as possible. You're going to do that in spades. But if you're actually trying to go out there and say Jaden Ivey is comfortable with his leg and Anthony Simons is going to fit in with this team and Rob Dillingham is a future piece that we can't afford to let go, I don't think that you're doing any of that on the court right now. I think you got a bunch. They out there hooping. They're not playing basketball.
That's a fact. But yeah, like, shout out to Rob Dillingham for having, like, if this is a project, like the Rob Dillingham reclamation project, where we're trying to get his confidence back up before the end of the season so they can, you know, really try to get him to focus on some things and work in the offseason, then cool. Maybe you're succeeding in that. But it's still weird. P. Will playing more minutes than Modest Buzelis was weird. Weird there.
Bro, I don't know what the Modest front is at this point. Like, I don't know if it's
like, you would think that this is the time where it's like, all right, like you just said, Rob Dillingham, go out and do your thing. Like, at this point, everybody should be auditioning, with Josh Giddey and Trey not being there, but everybody should be auditioning to, I could play, I got chemistry with Modest, I could play with Modest, but it seems like Billy Donovan's like, all right, Modest, chill. We gonna look at all these other guys, which, okay.
I guess if you're confident in who Modest is, but I'm not there yet.
Exactly. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm confident that Modest has talent, but to really hit the ceiling of that talent, you got to refine it, right? We've seen a lot of talented people in the NBA fizzle out. Now, I'm not saying that I think that's going to be Modest by any stretch, but, like, even if you're confident in his talent level, you still need to develop it, right? Like, I would think
you have to develop consistency.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem that has never been developed in this team. I mean, heck, just since these guys have shown up, right? You saw Modest start to get himself going a little bit more and getting more shots. But you've also seen that go up and down. 16 shots one game, 11 the next, 13, 15, 11. Like, is he the guy that's taking the shots or not? Is he the guy that you're trying to build with or not? Because the two guys that you've said you're trying to build with, one of them ain't even on the floor.
Yeah.
So why is anybody else? And not to say other people shouldn't be getting shots. Let's play good basketball.
Other people should be getting shots. Let's play but you know, the thing is Billy Donovan has talked about, you know, wanting to develop Modest as a playmaker, but saying that with the guards that we have, he's not going to have a lot of opportunity. You have no actual point guard on this roster right now, other than Dillingham, if you want to call it that. This should be an opportunity. Even if you're saying Modest, you know, you're not going to get 20 shots per game. Let Colin Sexton, let Anthony Simons play off Modest. Let's see if he can get them open, make those passes. This is an opportunity to where you could develop his point forward skill set a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to have that with Josh Giddey healthy for real.
You're not. I was going to say, I feel like you got point guards. Like, I look at Ivy more as a point than a two, just because of when I saw him play best. But also, kind of the hope there is Modest get out the way and let him get to the bucket. You know what I mean? Like,
it should be Modest set the screen to help Ivy get to the bucket if you're actually developing.
If you want to go that route as well, right? Like,
yeah.
That's the part where it's like they're talking about evaluation. They're talking about building these guys up. They're talking about finding out, you know, who these guys are by the end of this season in the second half of the year. You're not doing any of that. Like, we're seeing the same things that we saw before the trade, after the trade from Modest. Ivy's getting more minutes, but you're not really putting them in a position to go out there and actually attack and actually, you know, I don't think I saw many screens for Ivy at all the other day. Like, it really is. Hey, let's see if you can beat your man in one-on-one. What kind of ball is that?
Hope, Pat. Like you said, you said it, bro. And look, it's one of the best quotes from you. Put it on a t-shirt. They out there hooping. They're not playing basketball. Definitely not NBA hooping. Basketball. They hooping.
Yeah, they out there hooping. They ain't playing basketball. So we'll see what ends up happening, dog. It's we gotta talk about how many wins are coming up, though.
Yeah. So next up, we're gonna be discussing how many more wins do the Chicago Bulls team get between now and the end of the season. We're gonna talk about that right after this. But before we get into that, we got to talk about one of our sponsors, and that is Indeed, Pat. You weren't one of them. Hiring isn't just about finding someone willing to take the job. It's about finding the right person with the right background who can actually help your business move forward. And if you want candidates who match what you're looking for, Indeed Sponsored Jobs is the move. Because instead of hoping the right person stumbles across your post, Indeed helps you match with quality candidates by boosting your job listing to people who fit your specific criteria, like skills, certifications, and location. If I were hiring, I wouldn't just want someone who can help. I want someone with real experience who can jump right in. That's what I like about Indeed. You can get specific and target exactly what you need. It saves time because you're spending less energy sorting through mismatches. And with the sponsored jobs, your post gets seen by candidates who actually fit. And here's a stat that says it all. In the minute I've been talking to you, companies like yours made 27 hires on Indeed, according to Indeed data worldwide. So if you're hiring, spend less time searching and more time interviewing candidates who check all your boxes with Indeed Sponsored Jobs. Listeners of the show get $75 sponsored job credit to help your job get the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring, do it the right way with Indeed. Also got to talk to you guys about Game Time. There's nothing like being in the NBA arena, the crowd, the energy, the moment. No wins if you're in the Chicago Bulls arena. Getting tickets, though, that part hasn't always been so simple. That's why Game Time has become the go-to app for scoring tickets fast without the hassle. It puts the advantage back where it belongs, and that's with the fans. Pulled up the Game Time app, picking an upcoming NBA game, and had tickets locked in within minutes. Being able to see the view from the seat before buying made the decision that much easier. Zone deals stood out. Choose the section. Game Time picks the seats, and you save. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDON for $20 off your first purchase. That's LOCKEDON for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today, and remember, it's GameTime.co, not .com. More Locked On Bulls coming up. All right, Pat. Let's have some fun with it. Let's have some fun with it. How many wins do the Chicago Bulls get the rest of the way, Patrick?
0. Let's go all in. F it. I mean, listen, bro. I don't know if you. I know you haven't been here. This is your first tank season with the Bulls. Welcome to a lot of you. This gets bad. Because schedule wise, if we're being honest, finishing out the year, and just a quick rundown here. Raptors should be a loss. Pistons should be a loss. Knicks should be a loss. Hornets probably is a loss. We haven't beat them much this year at all. Maybe you win versus the Blazers. Bucks should be a loss. By the way, just to rub a little dirt in it. Just rub a little bit of dirt in it. You know, tall players that are important in the NBA. See Ousmane Dieng's first game,
bro.
I don't know if that's who we gonna be when people know him on the scouting report. But
bro.
7 from the 3-point line. AK going AK, ain't he?
And he's gonna go out there and get Jeremy Sohan.
No, hey, bro. As soon as I seen Jeremy Sohan, I had that. What's that? It's like the Squidward meme when the alarm's going off and he's pointing and like bull.
Yeah, exactly.
Bulls could lose to the Suns. They got the Thunder on the docket. Loss. Kings probably beat the Kings. King. I don't know though. They match up way better than us. We'll have a big. Now we probably lose. Warriors lost. Lakers lost. Clippers lost. Grizzlies lost. Raptors lost. Cavs lost. Rockets lost. Sixers lost. Thunder lost. Grizzlies lost. Spurs lost. Bro, where's the win? Maybe the Pacers, but the Pacers be actually locking in.
The Pacers been killing us all season long.
Bro, we got 2 games versus the Wizards at the end of the year. We may lose those.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the size.
Here's the thing. The Bulls have 27 games left the rest of the way this season. Pat, we already saw the first year we took over Locked On Bulls. The Bulls won, it was like 5 out of the last 22, something like that. Wasn't
The
it?
first
I know we
year
only had
took
like
over,
5
yeah.
wins the rest of the way.
Yeah, the first year we took over, yeah.
Yeah. So out of the last 27 games, Pat, I say the Bulls go 5-22. I just think that it's just synergy. It rhymes. Like, shout out to George Lucas. I think that's what we're gonna see here, bro.
It's the fourth.
No? It's the fourth. Yeah, it's the fourth.
It's even in itself. It's not even in itself out, Haize. It's more losses than wins.
Listen, Darth Vader lost more limbs than he had. So sometimes you gotta lose more. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like, looking at this, okay, let's just see. Like you said, Toronto lost, Detroit lost, New York lost, Charlotte. How many of their players are going to be back by then?
Lost,
even with the suspensions?
Here's the thing. You got to take into account Bulls math, bro. The worse the team is, the better chance they have to beat us.
Charlotte lost. Portland. Watch them beat Portland. The one team that I want them to lose against so we can get that pick, they're going to beat Portland. Just mark my words. They're going to beat Portland.
Actually.
They're going to beat Portland. Milwaukee.
Lost.
I'll say they beat Milwaukee. I'll say they'll beat Milwaukee. Because it's going to be a random.
I don't think Big Bob going to allow it.
No, I agree with you logically, but I'm just saying Bulls math, right? They're going to win 2 games in a row, and then Bulls fans are going to be like, we told y'all they're going to come right back competitive, and then we're going to lose the next 10 games. I say we beat Memphis because Memphis is bad right now. So that's 3.
And 2 versus the Wizards?
And 2 versus the Wizards. That's the 5 that we win this season.
I think the Bulls get 2 games versus the Wizards. Because
you think they go 2-25 the rest of the way.
Because the worst time that they need to win is the exact time they go and win. When it's clearly done. When it's over with. When it's like, hey,
when it literally changes our ladder, it gives us 5 less percentage. That's what's going. Oh, the Bulls have done a successful tank. If we just lose these next 2 games, we're gonna have a 13% chance at the number 1 overall pick. Boom, the Bulls win the last 2.
Now it
drops down to 9%.
Bro, here's the wild part. I'll tell you this right now. You predict 5. I bet you if the 5 is the last 5 games of the season. Suns, 2 versus Wizard, 1 versus the Magic, 1 versus the Mavericks.
I swear to God, if the Bulls finish this season on a 5-game winning streak, I swear, Jesus, Levante Christ.
Devontae.
Why, bro?
We're not giving Jesus a middle name out here, dog. We're not doing that. That man's middle name is of Nazarene Christ.
Bro, this is about to be an ugly finish to the season, y'all. Is what we saying, bro.
Bro. It's you don't have a team. I'd said it when the trade went down. You have a collection of bodies, which maybe, let's be real, maybe the hope here is find the point guard with the strongest knee. That guy dies, and then you take his knee and give it to Jaden Ivey. Maybe that's the hope. Because there is no evaluation that can happen with this team. You can't win with 5 guards. You just can't. And so the tank is on, ladies and gentlemen. And I know I see people in the comments, oh, well, wait till Giddey and Trey Jones come back. What's Giddey going to do? He playing center?
Listen, don't get me wrong. Here's what I'll say about Giddey coming back. And I feel this, Pat. You can correct me if you're wrong or how you feel on this. I think Giddey and Trey Jones coming back actually does put us in a spot where we're actually developing in losses. I don't think it's going to do a lot for us winning more games. Right now, I said nobody's developing because we're not organized. We're not playing the system. We're not playing the scheme. We just out there to Pat's credit, we hooping. Josh Giddey and Trey Jones coming back, having actual point guards. I know Pat looks at Ivy as a point guard. I think he's just an on-ball scoring shooting guard, but nonetheless, having somebody that can actually organize the offense, I do think it helps Modest. It helps Rob Dillingham. It helps Jaden Ivey. It helps those guys, develop and us evaluate them. But I don't think it's going to help a lot more with wins. Let's keep in mind, even when Josh Giddey was still averaging a damn near triple-double, we were still losing with better overall talent. That, listen, while that team had its issues, it was a better overall fit of the team. So I like Josh Giddey's going to help us and maybe make those games a little bit more competitive to where we do look at it and say, this was a game where Modest got to do some more off-ball things. Rob Dillingham was coming off screens because Giddey and Trey are going to be able to get them the ball, but I don't think it's going to help that many more wins personally.
Hey, listen, it don't matter if you score 150 if you give up 166. It's going to help us offensively.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Help us have more structure offensively. It ain't gonna help us win more games. It's
not gonna help Rob Dillingham at 6'1", even though they listed him as 6'3", slow down a 6'5" small forward coming down the lane full speed.
Bro, we got to get some organization in on this player height thing, bro. Because like for example, Noah Essengate being listed
his draft height is 6'1" without shoes.
Seeing Noah Essengate listed as 6'7" and being taller, towering over Modest Buzelis makes no sense to me.
It depends on the lifts, bro. He got them Kevin Durant legs. You seen the new KD commercial,
bro? bro.
I got
first
nervous.
Of all, they know what they're doing putting KD to advertise lotion. That's the first thing.
Elite.
Like, bruh.
If you can
he
get
was
his
ashy
skin
on
together,
the court the next day. Like, how you gonna advertise lotion and be ashy on the?
Hey, bro, this is my favorite part of it, bro. It's what they went literally. Well, we can't get a lizard person to advertise for us, so we got the next best thing: Kevin Durant with that old black leather skin.
That's crazy.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in and showing love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. We'll be right back. Talk about does ownership really care? And cue the Michael Jackson music because we know the answer to that. But first, I got to tell you guys all about FanDuel. The Winter Games are officially here. And if you're anything like us, you're locking in for the events. You only get to see the biggest stage every 4 years. And that's why the Winter Games on FanDuel just makes sense. From medal counts to individual events, finding your angle on sports you care the most about, FanDuel gives you more ways to stay connected on the action. If you're like me and every time curling's on your TV, you're locked in, then you need to get in on FanDuel with some of that as well. Speed skating races decided by inches, hockey games that feel different right from the opening faceoff. And listen, the hockey this year is going to be phenomenal. This is the first time this many NHL players, this many star players has been a part of the competition, I believe, since 2014. So make sure that you guys are tapped on the hockey this year. With all the drama and everything unfolding, the Winter Games are on, and there's no better way to follow them than with FanDuel. FanDuel, play your game. More Locked On Bulls coming up next.
All right, Pat. The question I have here, I know people are going to say, no, ownership doesn't care. But here's the thing, Pat. Billy Donovan is about to have his 5th losing record out of 6 seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've researched this, Pat. Do you know there's never been a coach in professional sports that's done that, that's kept their job? I'm talking about all the major professional sports. NHL, Major League Baseball, football, basketball. There's never been a Billy Donovan. We're making the wrong history here, Pat. Does anybody are the Reinsdorfs even in tune with any of this?
Is that true?
Bro, don't look. Bro,
how long was Robin here? I feel like Robin was here 6 years.
Who?
Robin Ventura.
Oh. Bro,
maybe it just felt longer because my favorite player was going down the drain. Yeah, bro. I mean, listen, it's hard to lose 5 seasons in a row and keep your job.
See, Robin Ventura 4 before he got
4
fired.
years.
4 before he got fired.
The threshold.
I'm telling you.
No, here's the bottom line of it all. I think he'll probably be here. More than likely, he'll stick around because of what we've said. There is a higher hope here of moving up, being a part of a front office. Billy Donovan has expressed at times that eventually that's something that he wants to do. He wants to be a part of the building of teams, which he was great at Florida. That's a long time ago, though. Very different NBA. But you got to wait for somebody to get the heck out the way. And unless they're going to just fire Mark Eversley, which I'm not going, I would bet you this. This would be insane. Is there a better chance that the Bulls blame Mark Eversley for everything that has happened here and go, we're going to relieve you of duty, we're going to promote Billy Donovan?
See, that's the thing. I don't think Billy Donovan goes right into the actual GM role. I think Billy will go into an assistant GM role, even if it's for a year or two first before taking over the full GM role.
For the Bulls?
That's my opinion.
For the Bulls? You think they wouldn't throw him into the fire and say, figure it out? They would name him God of the organization.
It's not even just that. I do think Billy Donovan has himself a better awareness than that. I think Billy Donovan would want, because with him even saying, hey, I have no idea what to do with player contracts. I have no idea what options or any of that. To me, that at least show that Billy has thought about it, but he also was aware enough to know, I don't know how to do that job yet. So even if the Bulls are willing, I don't think, now I'll fight against my own point. We know that AK is a primary decision maker, right? So maybe AK feels like he can teach him on the fly. So maybe there's that. I just don't think they throw him right into the GM role, personally.
And that would be the thing, right? Like the bottom line is nobody looks at Mark Eversley and goes, he built this team. We all look.
You don't know what he does, Pat. No, he is head of scouting. He is head of scouting. He is ahead of the scouting department. But
I mean, yeah, that's like, being the head of a two-headed dog. Which one's the head? Which end's the head? Which end's the? I mean, like
that's crazy. That's
kind of the equivalent of what we've gotten there. So, like, to me, I look at this in a
that's over here committing biracial crime on the daily. It's crazy.
How's that biracial? How's that?
Mark Eversley is biracial. What do you mean,
bro? What's the race, bro? What's the race?
We'll talk about that off air. We can't have that discussion on air.
No, we didn't already entered this conversation. What's the race, bro?
I'll look it up,
bro. I feel like it's not something that's the obvious either. I feel like you about to hit me with Mark Eversley's half Asian too.
Oh man.
Oh dog.
Okay, I got to take that back. I'm sorry. Mark Eversley's mom is biracial. She's half German and black.
Okay, I was about to say, Mark Eversley's biracial? What?
Yeah, I apologize. I apologize on that one.
Mark Eversley, black and Indian. We all is that. Every black person.
First of all, if y'all are still claiming to be part Native American, shut up.
Hey, bro. You know what we all got? Oh yeah, we part Blackfoot.
But everybody does black. Come on, you know the Blackfoot tribe wasn't even that big of a tribe. How we all from the Blackfoot tribe? We all from the Blackfoot tribe. Come on, man.
My great-great-grandmother was Sioux. I got that confirmed, mostly because she was still around.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Oh, dog. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in to Show and Love. Ownership don't care. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to Show and Love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. You can follow us on everything at Locked On Bulls. Follow me on everything at Pat the Designer.
You guys can follow me at CEO Haize. Locked On Bulls is free and available on every podcasting app and platform of your choice, as well as YouTube, the Odyssey app, Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, and Fubo TV. Also, want to thank you guys for tuning in for today. Make sure you guys subscribe and follow Locked On Bulls so you get all the latest as well. You guys also, if you never want to miss an episode, the Everydayer Club is built for you. Get Locked On Bulls ad-free plus members-only Discord access and more. Head to Locked On Bulls. LockedOnNBA.com and to join the club today. For those that of you on I'm not supposed to read that part. Thank you guys. Go Bulls, man. We up out of here, y'all. Peace. Oh man.
You went Charles Barkley on us.
Yep.
Thank you for tuning in to T-Mobile Fab 5. I'm a dumbass. Oh wait.